Michelle, yes, we're getting the tips right now. We're going to go back to where to raise the money, because I think for a lot of people, Greg, this is the sticking point. A lot of people think I've got the great idea, I've got everything else, but I don't have the funds to do something like this. When we're looking for big amounts of cash, that's when we start looking towards venture capitalists. Who are they and what do they do?
Well, venture capitalists, what they are people looking to invest money into a business, and it could be a startup. And what they want to do is take controlling interest in the business as well, so that you'd be a minor shareholder, let's say to a max of 49%, because they want to call the shots.
We've heard the expression vulture capitalists referred to them sometimes. You do need to be a little careful as to who it is and what their philosophies are, and not just say, well, here's an abundance of cash. You need to know that these people are going to be controlling what's happening within your company.
Exactly, and there's different kinds of venture capitalists. There are some that love to work with startup companies and then only certain segments of startup companies. And there are those that will only work with, let's say, big companies who want to go bigger. Yeah. So you got to kind of choose your market there and who you talk to.
Now, speaking of going bigger, going public, you've got a business that's existing right now. You're maybe the sole owner, but now all of a sudden you want to start offering shares to other people. Right. That's not as easy as it sounds.
No. Actually, going public is a long, intensive process. It could take a year or more. There's a lot of hoops you got to jump through. Plus, the cost is quite large. Minimum it's going to cost you is at least $150,000. Could run into the millions, because there's a lot of things you got to go through so you can get listed public.
But if you do manage to get through all that, I mean, it's a fantastic amount of money for you to work with in that one.
Well, and you can immediately triple or quadruple your own personal wealth virtually overnight once it does go public.
Okay, franchising. So let's say you've got a great idea, but you don't have the ability to run all the little storefronts yourself. When is franchising a good option?
It's when you want to take an idea and grow it bigger without, in a way, losing control of what your baby, right, is basically the best way to put it. And what you do, again, is have it running perfectly. It's well documented. All the systems are in place, so anyone can step in and run it. And it's a great way to grow the business exponentially. Like, that's what ActionCOACH does, is franchising right around the world.
Right, okay. And then we get to no money down deals. That sounds like something that's a little too good to be true.
Yeah, kind of reminds you of a guy with a plaid suit, right? I had no money down. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, those can happen. It's, you know, there's kind of four options with no money down. Again, it's putting down nothing in terms of money and being able to leverage either your knowledge or your expertise in something you have to get involved in a business, right? So that's where your leverage is. That's your asset. And then there's also things like, again, the same vendor financing, where if you're buying an existing business and you're buying it from a vendor and you can negotiate no money down and then arrange payments over time. Okay.
So as you work the business, you maybe do payouts of profit along the way in a certain amount of years or whatever, or something
basically,
like that? Okay.
Yes. Yeah, entirely.
Okay. Well, all right. So how about we'll assume now that our business is up and running. In the next segment, when we come back, you'll tell us what to do with that business, how to make sure it's a success.
Sure.
All right. Thanks.